I know it gets frustrating when you're dealing with somebody like this, especially if you're still married to them and you're still having the back and forth and you're arguing and they're just playing the victim and they're just blowing up and they start saying things that just make no sense, and you get caught up in that word salad. You get caught up arguing about nonsense because it feels like you're talking to a crazy person. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Psychopath Exposure. My name is Kira, and I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Wanted to talk today about strange phenomena. Is it even a phenomena? How many deranged, psychopathic narcissists out there? Have you noticed how almost all of them across the board feel that they are the victims? Think about that for 1 second here, okay? How evil people, okay, see, I used to think that, like, when people do bad things, it's because, it's a result of something bad has happened to them. Okay, and it can be argued that sometimes that's the case. Life hits you hard, and then you react in such a manner that's like, hey, you know what? What's the point of being nice? And then you go and you do something bad to others. But I think that if that's the way you respond, okay, like if someone runs over your dog, right, and you go and you purposely try to run over other people's dogs, can it really be argued that you did that because it happened to you? I would say you're just an evil person. And you took pleasure in doing the same thing that happened to you to people that don't even know you, that have nothing to do with you. It's not like you're getting revenge on the person that did it, and that's another story in and of itself, but to go and to do something like that to someone else, you're just evil. And evil people do evil things, and evil people feel that everyone else is evil. I remember at the end of Revenge of the Sith, I got Obi-Wan Kenobi telling Anakin Skywalker, he's like, Anakin, Palpatine is evil. And Anakin would reply, oh, from my point of view, the Jedi are evil. And he's like, well, then you're truly lost. And it's funny, from my point of view, the Jedi are evil. Yeah. A deranged shithead of a psychopath. They think that you're the monster. They think that they think that you are the abuser. You are the one that has put them through hell. And you're the one that has to pay. So they don't even realize that they're being evil, because now they're going to make you pay by doing more evil things to you. So we live in an era now, we got YouTube. Anybody can just pick up a phone, drop some videos, and make themselves look like a victim. That's right. And with the rise in narcissism awareness, got a lot of people just putting up videos using the narcissist disorder, right, as the scapegoat, and slapping that label on all of the exes that they date. They go on that smear campaign. They start opening up fake social media sites with your name on them, saying that you are their abuser and that they're a victim. They start calling all of your friends and family, telling them that they're a victim, that you're a narcissist, that you abused them. Hope you guys realize how deranged you have to be to open up all these fake social media accounts with your ex's name and claim all this narcissism stuff and that you're a victim. Like, true victims don't do that. Okay? True victims do not do that. True victims are really going through hell, and they're going through a lot of PTSD. They're trying to get help. They're trying to be understood. They're not trying to put themselves out there. They're not trying to make fake social media accounts like a freaking psycho, like the psycho that they are, and claim all this nonsense to pretty much no audience. You guys ever happened to you guys? Narcissist smear campaign, telling all your friends and family all the shit. They see you watching these videos. They hack into your Google. They see the stuff that you're watching online. They study it. They learn it. And they tell everybody that you're the narcissist. They tell everybody that you're a psychopath and that you're the abuser and you've been victimized. And that's the problem. See? There's just too much information out there. And the bad guys are getting a hold of it. So the bad guys can just learn all this shit, throw it on you, and if they can throw it on you first, it's like, oh man, here we go. Here we go. Palpatine is evil. No, the Jedi is evil. Just going back and forth. You're the imposter. No, you're the imposter. You can't win that war. Again, that's the deranged shithead's way of continuing to abuse you. That's the deranged shithead's way to justify all the evil stuff and the evil, malignant, malicious deeds that they have done to you, so that they can feel better. Because the narcissist and the psychopath, they always have to feel like they're on top. Even when they do horrible things and the evidence points it's not looking good for them, they have to somehow twist it in a way that they feel that they did the right thing. You're the bad guy. You're the abuser, and they had to leave, aka discard you, because you were ruining their life. But then they go and they do all these psychotic acts. And then they get obsessed with you and they start to stalk you. And they start to harass you. And the smear campaign is all they want to do from the moment they wake up is just to smear your name all over social, all over your job, your friends, whatever organization you're part of. And the funny thing is that, like I've said in previous videos, no one gives a shit. They see that type of behavior and it's like, buddy, you're talking all this shit, but you're the one that's displaying all these traits of psychopathy and narcissism. You're saying all this shit about your ex, but you're doing the same exact thing, if not worse. But the narcissist always has to be the victim. They cannot take accountability for what they've done. Hence why they can never get better. You can't cure narcissist personality disorder or psychopathy. They will not take accountability. They have no agency. They cannot own what they've done. They lack the self-awareness, no matter how self-aware they tell you they are. They continue doing things for supply. They continue doing things to bury you in hopes that it's going to lift them. They continue doing things that anybody in their right mind, an outsider, would see and it's like, this person's crazy. This person's going out of their way so badly, spending 8, 10, 12 hours of their day, on their day off, mind you, to plot on how to ruin your life. And you're going to expect me to believe that you're the victim? No, psycho. No, psycho. Don't even try it. You're fooling yourself. You are fooling yourself. I know it gets frustrating when you're dealing with somebody like this. especially if you're still married to them and you're still having the back and forth and you're arguing and they're just playing the victim and they're just blowing up and they start saying things that just make no sense, and you get caught up in that word salad. You get caught up arguing about nonsense because it feels like you're talking to a crazy person. They are deranged, they are deluded, they are demented. They can do all these horrible things to you, and the minute you do one little thing back, like you just say one thing back, oh my God, how dare you? You're a horrible person, and now you're gonna have to pay. Psychopath. When you know that you're dealing with this type of shit, once you've seen it so much, it's still annoying. And let me tell you why it's annoying. It's annoying because they are so delusional. That delusion that they have sometimes eclipses everything else. That delusion that they believe that they are the victims, that they believe you're the one with the disorder, that they believe you're the one that hurt them, they believe you're the one that cheated, they believe you're the one that destroyed the relationship. And they go about their way slandering you, slamming you, destroying everything about you. And then they meet somebody else, and you no longer mean squat to them, and they become obsessed with this new person, and then they do it again. And then that person is their new abuser. And once again, the psychopath is a victim to this new person. And once again, this person has to file police reports and restraining orders. And once again, the records start piling up. And it happens again and again and again. You know why? Because they are deranged. They cannot take any accountability. They will never get better. They will only get worse. If you're faced with this dilemma in your life, do not try to be the hero and think that you are the savior and you're going to fix them and you're going to make it work because of all the time that you have invested in this relationship, all the years, all the money, all the tears, all the suffering, everything. That's a sunk cost, ladies and gentlemen. You have to abort. You have to leave. You have to terminate this relationship. And if these deranged, obsessive, shithead, delusional psychopaths get obsessed and start to harass and stalk you and threaten you and create damage to your life, to your property, to yourself, you must get police involved. You must file these reports. You have to fight back. Do not try to argue with them. Do not try to make them see things the way they are, because the psychopath sees things the way they see it. They're mentally ill. They're going to see things the way they see it. They're a lost cause. They're lost. They're gone. They may appear like they got it all put together. They may appear that way. That's how they're able to fool the untrained person. But once you get close to these people, you start to see those patterns. You start to see. And once you see, you can't unsee. If you try to unsee, then you're the problem. If you try to unsee what you've already seen, because you're afraid of being alone, then you're doing this to yourself. Then you are also delusional. And it's going to bite you in the butt. I promise you that. It's going to bite you in the butt. Or in the arm. It's going to bite you somewhere. So, I urge you guys to stop arguing, debating, negotiating with your psychopathic, narcissistic tormentor and abort that relationship right now before it gets worse, because they never get better. And the more power you give them, how do you give a psychopath more power? You put up with the shit that they do, and you take them back. So then they realize, okay, I can do whatever I want to this person, and it doesn't matter because they're always going to take me back. Now they know they got you, right? So then they like to see how far they can push it. They like to see how much they can get away with, and still have you wrapped around their little finger. Don't do it to yourself. These are clowns. Don't do it to yourself. You're better than that. You're better than that. I know you're better than that. Get out while you still can. The psychopath is not the victim. Do not let them gaslight you that way. They are not the victim. They have a history of these destructive patterns. They have a history. Chances are you weren't the first victim. This has probably been going on since they were kids. This is with the parents. It's probably been going on since they were in school. When the information is exposed and revealed, it's a shock. It's like, whoa, wow, this is worse than I thought. Yeah, it sure was. It sure was worse. And it sure as hell will get worse. The only way out is through. You gotta go through this hell. You gotta terminate that relationship. You gotta go through that loneliness. You gotta go through the withdrawal symptoms. You gotta go through that hell week of no contact. But you gotta keep going through. It's the only way out. Otherwise, you're gonna be entangled in that psychotic web of lies and manipulation, and you'll be lost forever. Don't let that happen to you. Sound off in the comments, guys, if this makes sense to you. Let me know if you're dealing with a psychopathic narcissist that thinks they're the victim, and they're telling everybody all about it, and they're twisting the story to make you look like the bad guy or the bad gal. Let me know how that's working out for you. And if you'd like to work directly with me, remember I have a coaching program that I offer through Zoom. If you'd like more information on the program, got a link below in the description of this video, or just visit that URL and get more information on how we can work together through this nightmare. Okay? Till then, thanks for tuning in. Drop a like on that video. Subscribe if this is your first time here. And I will see you in the next video. My name is Kira. This is Psychopath Exposure. Have a great rest of the day.